who get the ball here in game one. With that, a look at John Gibbons' lineup for the visiting Blue Jays. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
Corey Kluber will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in game one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
And with that, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Ezekiel Carrera will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
And here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike one. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Oh, and a good curveball gets him swinging for the first out of the evening.
And I'll tell you what, when you can set down that first batter on 3 pitches, that's a good way to build a little confidence out there right from the outset.
Stepping in, Josh Donaldson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Kluber gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball one. Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his zone.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
A very sharp here to these first 2 hitters. Back-to-back strikeouts. Doesn't look like it took them long to settle in here at home.
Edwin Encarnacion now. As he'll take the breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Jose Bautista will stand in here in game one, and he'll be looking to put a disappointing division series behind him.
Yeah, it was disappointing in that he wasn't able to really carry much of the load. But I know he's grateful to have a shot at redemption here in the league championship series.
A runner on first with 2 away. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Toronto. And now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, guys, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Marco Estrada will do the pitching on the road here in Game 1 of the LCS. EK, what do you got?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, the center fielder in this one, as good as anybody out there in the field. Has a lot of speed, can cover a lot of ground, and most importantly, he's very reliable.
Carlos Santana comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Designated hitter, Carlos Santana.
This ball's hit a ton out to center field. Ranging back is Pilar at the track. He's there and records the first out.
Yeah, pretty shaky start out there on the mound. This ball was hit pretty well. I think he's lucky that that one didn't get out of here.
Into the box, Jason Kipnis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
Fly ball heading for the alley. On the move is Pilar, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
With a guy like this, once that ball gets into the alley out there in right center, you can bet he's going to be thinking 3. So that's a good job to get it in quickly and hold him to just a double.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. And now the runner's trying for third. And they're going to hit the board first tonight as this ball's down for extra bases. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Oh, an early strike here in the opening inning as they get that first run on the board with back-to-back doubles. No question, they'd love to push this out to a 2-run lead or maybe even more. So with another dangerous hitter coming up, they've got an opportunity to do just that.
Here's Mike Napoli now, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game. Wow, and a rocky start on the road here, guys. 3 straight hits surrendered, and he hasn't gotten out of the first inning yet. Jose Ramirez takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And a relay home. And the tag from Martin. They got him at the plate.
Yeah, now in hindsight, you could have had runners at second and third with one out, but they roll the dice. They're trying to pick up that run from first, and it winds up not working out for them.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. This is skied out to deep center field. Pilar racing back, and they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 3-0 game. The relay throw, and he is in at third base with an RBI triple. And he'll be tagged out heading toward the plate, and with that, the inning is over. So they pick up 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and no one left on base. Second inning coming up from Progressive Field. It's the Indians 3, the Jays 0. Russell Martin will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. Kluber sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. They'll start the second with a curveball that's taken here for ball 1.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here free and easy here in the second. He's got a 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
And reined in 1 away.
Batting sixth, shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And danger now is standing in as the fine shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
That is the hardest first pitch to look for because you just can't wait long enough. Not only is it a hard pitch to hit, but it sets up everything else you have.
Chopped weakly to the left. Ramirez takes it in. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here, 2 away.
Batting seventh.
And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Michael Saunders into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Still down 3-0. Coco Crisp strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
In the air to center field, and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. So a solo shot here for Coco Crisp. His second home run of the series. As the Indians continue to pull away, it's now 4-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Standing in now, number 30.
Number 30.
Swing and another one deep out to center field. Looking up is Pilar. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So it's a solo shot to dead center. His first homer here in the series as the Indians have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
Wow, they've definitely gotten after it here to start this inning. That's back-to-back home runs now to the first two hitters. On the mound, he's got to be saying, you got to be kidding me.
Batting ninth.
Stepping in now, Roberto Perez.
Roberto Perez.
As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
A good job there making a two-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Carlos Santana will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
From the stretch. Hot shot towards the hole. In there, a base hit.
And so far, he's throwing a lot of fastballs here early in the count. And these guys have picked up on that, so they're just going up there looking for the hard stuff, and they've been all over him.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. The run scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Things are not going any better for him this inning either. That's 6 runs he's given up so far, and I don't think I've seen anything that tells me he's about to turn things around.
So now the Jays manager will make his way out toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Number 31 will come in and pitch now.
Toronto, number 31.
Francisco Lindor will stand in now with 3 home in the inning already and 2 more ducks out there at second and third.
And a chance to really put up a crooked number here with just a simple base hit.
Rocket to third. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. In to score is the runner from third. And the second runner will stop at third, and they're at the corners now with nobody out.
Another run home to score in the inning, and it's not going to be charged to him, but still, he's got to find some way to get his guys out of this already.
Mike Napoli stands in following an RBI single his first time through. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a shot to center field. Back goes the center fielder, but this ball has plenty behind it, and it's a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer so far in the series as the blowout continues.
Well, as an offense, you always wish that you could bottle whatever you've got going right now and take it into all your games. Whatever it is, sometimes guys just feed off one another. They start thinking, well, hey, if this guy can hit a home run and then he hits a home run, when I get up there, Maybe I can hit a home run too. And now that's 3 home runs they've struck for in this one inning.
Into the box now, Jose Ramirez.
Jose Ramirez.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Carrera on the run. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Settling in now, Lonnie Chisenhall. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, well, he wound up getting gunned down, but he did hit the ball well, and he's going to look to do the same thing right here.
And a swing, and here's another big drive as this ball sent high and deep to left center field. And the long ball will burn him for the second time in the inning. Another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first homer here in the series as they just continue to pour it on here.
My goodness, it's not too often that you're going to see an outburst like this. That's 4 home runs in this inning alone. I don't know if the wind's picked up or everything's out over the middle of the plate, but baseballs are flying all over this place.
Here's Coco Crisp standing in.
Coco.
Drilled right back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Well, these guys aren't wasting a whole lot of time up there. They've taken an aggressive approach here early in the count, and it's paid off for them through the first few innings.
Number 30 stands in. First pitch on its way. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
The catcher,
In now,
55,
Roberto Perez.
Roberto Perez.
As he swings and hits this one foul off to the right and out of play. This one's also hit well. Deep down the right field line. And that'll get down for a base hit. Now this is cut and thrown to first. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Now batting.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly. And that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
I tell you, that one's coming in fast, but it's going out faster. Does he square this one up or what? You bet he does.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay.
Boy, this one might be a case of adding injury to insult. It hasn't been his finest performance so far, and now this one shot right back at him at the mound. No time to get out of the way, and that's going to sting for quite a while.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pilar giving chase. And that ends the inning. But not before an even 10 men come around to score here as they break this game wide open. We've played 2 full. Cleveland's out in front, 13-0. Kevin Pilar will stride forward to lead it off. And I'd imagine he'll do so with some tired legs after being out in the field for that last half inning.
Yeah, that was a killer. He could probably use a minute or 2 on the bench, but he gets pressed right back into action here.
Kluber's ready. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
And I think he'll keep riding that pitch until these guys prove they can do something with it.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
Hit the other way out toward right field. One away here to begin the third.
You know what? I think he's got the right idea here with 2 strikes. All he's trying to do is shorten up and drive the ball the other way. But he didn't square it up quite the way he'd like to, and he just lofts it into the outfield for an easy out.
Standing in now, Devin Travis. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
2-0.
In tight, awfully tight, 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitter's count here, 2-0.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. To 2-2 now.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
1 out, nobody on. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now.
The left fielder, number 3.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion, and you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Stepping in now, Ezekiel Carrera. As Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Here's a high pop-up. Napoli is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Blue Jays go down in order. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Mike Napoli digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in as he'll hit a ground ball here to the right side. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Oh, and Batista's throw is right on the money. He is out at home plate.
Well, the runner from third winds up just walking home on the base hit here, but they try to wave the second runner in, and a good throw is going to wind up nailing him at home plate.
Here's Coco Crisp standing in. And now a ball hit pretty well down that right field line. This has some carry to it, and it is gone. Home run. A two-run home run from Coco Crisp. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
You want to talk about an offensive explosion? That's 6 home runs as a team so far. I mean, you might get that once a season. The whole lineup's been absolutely dialed in.
Into the box now, number 30.
Number 30.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Solo shot to right center. His third home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game. And he's just done it all in this one.
The catcher, number 55.
In now, Roberto Perez. And he gets a hold of this one again to deep right field. Pilar going back on it. Out of here. And how about that? Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Solo shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series as this lead got even wider.
Oh, and what's got to be running through that pitcher's mind right now? He already served up back-to-back home runs. You know he's feeling lousy. Then he throws one pitch to the third guy, and it gets hammered. I tell you, they're just jumping all over him right now.
Now batting.
Here's Carlos Santana now.
Carlos Santana.
As he swings and hits a line drive out to left. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night.
And I'm just surprised that no one in his dugout has seen enough. I mean, this guy is done out there. D-U-N. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Jason Kipnis ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only one away.
And at this point, he may as well just go ahead and flip the ball underhand to him at the plate because they're just teeing off on him right now. I mean, I don't know what more you need to see.
Now in the box, Francisco Lindor. He flew out in his last at-bat.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
This is hit pretty well out to left field. Ranging back is Pereira. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
Well, this was going to get one home easily, and I thought that they might get two out of this. You're going to see this ball bangs off the wall on the fly, and they'll wind up holding that second runner at third base. So it's an RBI double with a chance now to maybe bring home a couple more.
Here's Mike Napoli now. Here's a swing, and oh, man! Way out of here. So a three-run blast to deep center here, his second of the game as the blowout continues.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Yeah, he's got his first single of the ball game here to go along with the double and a triple from earlier. So what do you think, guys? In his next at-bat, he absolutely comes out of his shoes trying to get the homer?
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in as he lines this one out to center. In there, a base hit.
His perfect night continues. He's been on base all 4 times, and he's on again here with a solid single.
Here's Coco Crisp standing in as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Josh Donaldson is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Into the seats, 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. So one gone in the inning for Edwin Encarnacion. Huber steps into his windup. First pitch on its way. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Jose Bautista.
Jose Bautista will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a little tapper that rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Toronto. And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Tribe lead this one 22-0. Number 30 will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Into the windup and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Pilar will wait on it. 1 pitch, 1 away.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. The ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Striding into the box, Roberto Perez. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first-pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Pilar on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Carlos Santana steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Donaldson onto the grass. And the inning is over. Just a 4-pitch inning there as the Indians go down quietly. But you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. Russell Martin will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Troy Tulowitzki. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Michael Saunders stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A little bouncer. And this is going to work out for him. It's an infield single to make it 1st and 2nd now.
He just did everything right here on the mound. He made the good pitch. He got his guy to hit the ball on the ground. But baseball is just a little bit like life. You know, things don't always go your way. This is going to be an infield single as he reaches here with 1 away.
Kevin Pillar is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
He tried to check his swing. Looked like it was going to be a strike anyway, but he couldn't commit all the way, and as a result, he gives him a free out here with an easy soft liner.
Devin Travis is at the plate as he watches ball 1. 2 down, runners at 1st and 2nd. Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
And in a spot like this, 1st and 2nd with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Hit in the air out to right. Moving under it, Chisenhall. And that's the 3rd out. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Jason Kipnis comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And he's already been on base 3 times in this ballgame, so let's see if he can do it one more time.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Kipnis will take the turn and head for 2nd now. And he'll pull into 2nd with his 4th hit of the ballgame.
Well, he's right on the fastball here. You get a look, he gets that fat hit out front and just rips his ball into the alley and right. Gets the inning started with a nice leadoff double.
Digging in, Francisco Lindor, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ouch, that comebacker appeared to get him in the arm. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And this has to be a big concern here. This ball came back and got him right in the pitching arm, and that is something you just never want to see. You can see him trying to work this one off, and from all appearances, I think they're going to let him continue, so that at least is a good sign. Ryan Tepera is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Mike Napoli will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're trying a new pitcher against this guy. 2 home runs in the game already. We'll see what he does right here.
Lifted in the air out to left. Pereira's there. Makes the play, 1 away. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
And the key here was just to get an out. Yeah, you gave up a run, but now he's maybe a pitch away from getting a double play ball and getting out of the inning.
Jose Ramirez steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Carrera moves over. And that's the second out of the inning.
No cycle for him just yet, but you figure he'll get at least one, maybe even two more shots at it before this one's over.
Standing in a perfect 4 for 4 so far, Lonnie Chisenhall. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Shot towards second. On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Ezekiel Carrera will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And now he'll reconsider as he looks for a strikeout pitch. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Ready now, Josh Donaldson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Oh, missed that one by a mile. It's 0-1. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1.
Josh Donaldson is, of course, one of the greatest players in the game today. But before he was a pro, he had a really nice college career at Auburn. The same program that has turned out other greats such as Frank Thomas, Bo Jackson, and Timmy Hudson.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1-2, here it comes. And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Edwin Encarnacion stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. No contact there from Encarnacion as the count runs to 0-2 on him.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Coco Crisp will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's in there for strike 1. He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Number 30.
Number 30 steps into the box. In there, strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. Thrown a lot.
Oh, hang on now. This ball is smoked to right, and I don't think this one's coming back. No chance. It's gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 4th in the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Incredible. I mean, if I wasn't sitting here, I wouldn't believe it myself. 4 home runs now in 1 game. In the history of baseball, this has happened like, what, 16, 17 times? What a show he's put on.
Roberto Perez will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch of the at-bat. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. Pilar ranging back, still ranging back. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So a solo shot here to left center field, his 2nd home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Gone! You got to be kidding me. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. Oye, como va. It's a solo home run for Carlos Santana. His first homer here in the series as the blowout continues.
Well, I don't know what's going on down there. These guys are absolutely clobbering the ball right now. I mean, that is back-to-back-to-back home runs. As a team, you might see that 1 time a season if you're lucky.
The second baseman, number 22.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. A swing, and there it goes. Forget about it. This is going to be back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis. His first homer so far in the series as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, normally when you hear guys talking about pitches that hang, they're talking about the curveball, maybe a slider. But this is a cut fastball. It just hangs. You see it there. Just right out over the heart of the plate, and he doesn't miss it.
Now batting, shortstop.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over out there.
Carrera racing back to the track. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Well, if this is a day game, this is a home run. A night game, much different story here. This place just doesn't have the same kind of carry to it under the lights, and this winds up being a long out to the warning track.
Mike Napoli is set to take some more swings. He homered back in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's another ball well hit. This one to left field. The onslaught will continue as this is going to be another home run. A solo home run for Mike Napoli. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, if his guys go on to win the pennant, I think you're looking at the MVP just on the strength of this one ball game alone. Now, I'm not ready to call it one for the ages yet, but it is a very, and I mean very, short list of guys that have hit 3 home runs in a postseason game, and he's just done it all in this one.
Up next for Cleveland, third baseman.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramirez to right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first homer here in the series as the blowout continues.
If you're going to finish off a cycle, you may as well do it with the long ball. You had to figure he'd be swinging for the fences when he got up there, and sure enough, he puts a charge into this one to put his name in the record books.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Lonnie Chisenhall. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. This is pulled into right. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Coco Crisp stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
Here comes the first pitch. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Time to play pitching coach. What's he doing wrong?
It's more of a question of what's he doing right. It ain't much.
Hard hit ball to second. That's through for a base hit, and he's putting together a monster line in this one. They just can't get him out.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Number 30 will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. First offering on its way. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Herrera has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning here for the Indians. Hey, fun times in Cleveland again. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Back here in Cleveland, 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Jose Bautista will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Ground ball right into the shift. Kipnis has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
When you take a look there at the line from our starter, I mean, basically, he's allowed 3 singles so far, and that's it. They haven't been able to mount any real opposition against him so far.
Russell Martin stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. Now, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
All even now, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Chopped at the plate. Perez scoops it up. Throw on to Napoli, takes care of him. 2 away now.
When we get a look there at his pitches by inning, he's at 81 now after that last pitch, so he should be good for a little while longer.
Troy Tulowitzki will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And that's going to land foul. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. And as you can see, they are way behind. Aaron Loup will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Roberto Perez steps in with 4 hits already in this one and looking for number 5 here.
Well, he's just stroking it, Matt. I was watching him earlier in batting practice, and he looked good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Line drive to center field. Pilar is there, and he has it for the first out.
Yeah, this game's unfair sometimes. If this ball's 20 feet to the left or right, he's got a leadoff double or maybe even more. Instead, though, this finds a center fielder's glove for the first out of the inning.
Carlos Santana will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. High and deep to straightaway right. Bautista looks up. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
And this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
The second baseman, number 22, Jason.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis hit hard towards second. But there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Now, looking ahead, you wonder if maybe he'll get one more shot at the cycle. Might need a little help, but it's not over for him yet.
Francisco Lindor stands in for his 7th at-bat now, and he's been terrific so far with 4 hits already to his credit.
Oh, that's a great game for sure, but the fact that this is the 7th at-bat is pretty crazy. What's going on?
He's set, and the pitch. 92 splits the plate, and it's strike one.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
High and deep to left center field. Pilar ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Now batting.
Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. So standing in, Mike Napoli, and he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here.
Yeah, all he needs here is the double, guys, so he's going to be feeling just a little bit of pressure. Cycles are so rare to get.
Comes set, now the pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A 2-run home run for Mike Napoli. His 4th in the ballgame as this lead got even wider.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. As he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Pereira is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Indians on top, 32-0. Michael Saunders will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Center fielder, number 11.
Well, in case you're just tuning in, you've missed a lot of these so far. 11 for him in the contest all told, as he just continues to mow down the opposing lineup here late into the ball game. Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. On to first, and he's breezing through the eighth here with 2 quick outs.
Now batting.
Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Devin Travis will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2.
Oh, and even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, and they remain well behind. Brett Cecil will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Cecil.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Lonnie Chisenhall. He's 5 for 6 to this point.
Not only is his average on the rise, but I'm sure his confidence is too. He's probably thinking, why can't I do this all the time?
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Lined back over second, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Well, this is just turning into a game for the ages now. This is his 6th hit of the game. My partner, Steve, he had months where he didn't get 6 hits.
Here's Coco Crisp standing in. Drives it to deep right field. Back goes Bautista, and this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Number 30 will shoot for real history here as he looks for home run number 5.
I do not have words to describe what I'm seeing here, guys. He's having a game for the ages. It's been a blast to watch.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. Carrera going back on it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And they get the double play at third. And now this is going to turn into a triple play, and that will end the inning. Wow! So no runs here on 2 hits, no errors, and none left. 9th inning coming up. The Indians lead it 32-0. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Ezekiel Carrera will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
Yeah, whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Struck him out as his woes continue as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Josh Donaldson is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game. Called strike 0-2.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
Grounded down the 3rd baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
And he just continues to roll right along. He's working on a 3-hit shutout this late in the ballgame.
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2, so the Blue Jays are down to their final strike now.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. One strike from the shutout. Here it comes. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch 1. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Indians win this one 32-0. Good night from Cleveland.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours exactly. A reminder that the Regional Transit Authority provides convenient, affordable service to and from Progressive Field. The Rapid Transit provides direct service to Tower City, only a short 10-minute walk from Progressive Field through RTA's walkway to Gateway.